On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on. A blessed and wonderful Monday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps, to the name Monday morning, the beginning of a brand new work week, and also the closing out of another bloody weekend in Jamaica. Yeah man, right across the length and breadth of Jamaica, the knockings and clappings continue. Whole heap of people end up get dashed with losing them 3 pints, no longer among the land of the living. So we are going to kick it off over there in the parish capital of St. James. We are talking about Montego Bay, the city that is dubbed the most violent in this Western Hemisphere. Yeah man, Mobay, St. James, crazy knockings and clappings, one after the other, double, triple, single, you name it, Mobay criminal elements them doing it. So on Saturday, somewhere down in the afternoon there, knockings and clappings go on right at the Bay West section this Mobay, right at the clock. The man them dash a taxi driver, curl him up right beside him pro box motor car. Graphic and grimy videos, may I tell my peeps. A passenger who was in that said motor vehicle sitting beside the driver also pick up some serious can up and end up lose 3 pints whilst undergoing treatment in the hospital. So both men have since been identified by the police. Well, on your screen is the taxi driver, 31-year-old Ramone McFarlane. Yeah man. And the next man will end up losing 3 pints. The passenger has since been identified as 26-year-old Lyande Gooden. So what really take place now is that sometime around 3:30 p.m. the driver of the Toyota Probox motor car and a male passenger was traveling along Harbour Street when they were ambushed along Union Street intersection by the criminal elements them. So the gun dog them opened fire, hitting both the driver and the passenger in the front of the vehicle, leaving both of them seriously injured. So the driver end up losing 3 pints, same place, on the spot, and as I stated, the passenger end up losing 3 pints whilst undergoing treatment in the hospital. So the videos received by On The Spot News Media showed the driver and the passenger outside of the vehicle. I'm not for sure how they ended up outside the vehicle, but that was seen in that graphic footage sent to On The Spot News Media. So despite the fact that the parish of St. James and other western parishes are presently under the state of public emergency, the knockings and clappings continues. Yeah man, the criminal elements them literally don't care, as the effectiveness of the SOE is no longer seen or felt. And on that same Saturday, but down in the wee hours of Saturday night, knockings and clappings took place over there in the St. Catherine North Police Division, a place known as Red Pan. Yeah man, you don't know, say from you say Red Pan, you definitely know say it's another danger zone that over there in the St. Catherine North Police Division. So a little brother known as Little Man end up get dirt in the wee hours. The man them fling him down on the ground, deal with the situation grimy. The video footage received by On The Spot News Media, trust me, shows the graphic and horrific nature of that knockings and clappings. Little Man was seen laying face down, dressed in a black short jeans, a blue, white and black t-shirt and a stripe underpants, hair cornrow hairstyle, and red substance leaking all both out of him body. The man them deal with it a certain type of way. So I'm not for sure the personality of Little Man and why the man them would have come dirt him in such a manner. But one thing I know for sure, Little Man is no longer among the land of the living. So of course on the Spot News Media will seek to figure out who was Little Man and why was he taken out in such a fashion. So the man them a deal with the thing a certain type of way every weekend. Yeah, man. So we got trads go over there in the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled Kingston Western Police Division, where an ongoing war between sections of the Sunlight Street community and sections of the Zimbabwe community, who have been at loggerheads for months. Yeah, man, almost a year right now, what are knockings and clappings. Intense gunfire night after night. Many end up lose them 3 pints right across Sunlight Street and Zimbabwe. Yeah, man, me I tell you, say them criminal elements they deal with the thing grimy. Now in some of my most recent vlogs about that ongoing gang war in Sunlight Street and Zimbabwe community in Kingston Western Police Division involve this weapon presently on your screen. So for those who have not yet watched those vlogs, just go type in Green Lantern on the Spot News Media and you will see some of those vlogs coming up, or Sunlight Street on the Spot News Media and you will see some of those vlogs coming up. Watch those vlogs and definitely get caught up with what is happening. Now the last vlog that I cover shows that the Green Lantern was definitely one of the center mark of the war we are going right now, as the Green Lantern originally belonged to Zimbabwe criminal elements and they were disarmed and a man taken out whilst they were invading Sunlight Street in the latter part of last year, December. So the Green Lantern was in the possession of Sunlight Street criminal elements for quite some time. This said Green Lantern rifle was also used by Sunlight Street criminal elements when they tried to invade the Zimbabwe community, and that is exactly where the Green Lantern originated from. So watch this now, my peeps. In the wee hours of Saturday night into the wee hours of Sunday morning, a series of knockings and clappings going around at the back part of Sunlight Street. And of course, the Green Lantern has returned to where it came from, in the Zimbabwe community. So let me give you the full understanding and now so you can hear what really take place and how it all went down. You see, this friend turn enemies thing, definitely a real thing. And as I've always stated, there is no loyalty among criminals. Yeah, man. So watch this, you know, my peeps. There's a criminal element from the lower section of Sunlight Street known as Ramone. So him come from around at the back part of Sunlight Street. So him are one of the main knackies and clappies them entrust him for lock certain amount of big rifle. Yeah, man, the tall them and him lock them rifle. So Ramone had some friends where switch up the thing and go par with some other man. So anyways, them end up turn back friend and now and take them own like a time and get back in good graces with Ramone. So Ramone on Saturday night into the wee hours of Sunday morning decides say, yo, them a go build a little truce since them a did friend from way back when, and a little misunderstanding go on, so he might allow them to come back into the place. So now it is said that them dead and a plan a coup to go make a step on Zimbabwe community. So we're going to now Ramone arm them with a submachine gun, and definitely as the boss say him a lead the cause. So as the man where know the place, know the area, him lead from the front. So whilst he was leading them to the community of Zimbabwe, the men who infiltrated the Sunlight Street gang and pretended to be friends were actually working for the criminal elements over Zim. So the man them a trod the streets behind him figure invade Zim and just took that opportunity and used the same submachine gun where him give them figure invade Zim and done him. But guess what now, my peeps? Alloman, whilst leading the charge, figure invade Zim, had the Green Lantern, the most coveted rifle in the Zimbabwe and Sunlight Street space right now. He had that rifle in his possession. Now the criminal elements, them were done him, were infiltrate the camp and done him, has returned the Green Lantern and a submachine gun to the hands of criminal elements in the Zimbabwe community of the Kingston Western Police Division. So right now, Officer Yeman Pick and team has been deployed in the Kingston Western Police Division to retrieve same from whichever criminal element has it. So I would advise you, Mr. Criminal Man, anytime Officer Yeman Pick and team land in the place, just put on the Green Lantern somewhere where them can go find it. Because once you put up a resistance, it's not no walk out a straight chalk out. Yeah, man. And I just saw the thing set in the streets right now. So the war definitely will intensify and continue because the criminal elements from the lower section of Sunlight Street, that are the back part of Sunlight Street, are hell-bent in taking out criminals from the Zimbabwe community. And likewise, the Zimbabwe community criminals are hell-bent in taking out criminal elements from the lower section of the Sunlight Street community. So residents living in and around those areas, be careful whilst treading the streets in and out of these communities as these criminal elements continue to be at loggerheads with each other. So my peeps, remember, a word to the wise is always sufficient. So remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.